Hey, it's Zach. Welcome back to our show. If you enjoy clear, friendly English in real-life situations, tap subscribe and follow so you never miss your listening practice. New episodes drop every week.
I'm Emily, and today we're talking about parent-teacher meetings, how to discuss progress, behavior, and goals without stress. We'll keep it calm, simple, and useful for real conversations at school.
Quick story. Last spring, a parent arrived worried and quiet. I began with a short agenda, like first progress, then behavior, then next steps. Agenda just means the plan for the meeting. As we followed it, her shoulders relaxed. Small structure makes big comfort. I also paused to ask, any concerns so far? Concern means something that worries you. That question opened an honest, productive talk.
That reminds me of my nephew's conference. His teacher started with strengths. He asks brave questions before discussing challenges. Starting with strengths keeps trust. Then I asked, could you clarify the homework routine? Clarify means make something clear. And when I didn't understand a term, I said, would you explain it another way? Polite requests lower tension and help everyone listen. Those softeners, would you, could you, are powerful.
Two more helpful words. Progress, which is how someone is growing over time, and goals, the specific targets you agree to work toward. Naming both keeps the meeting balanced and forward-focused.
Here's our plan today. First, a short role play of a real meeting. Next, we unpack key phrases. Then we show a simple structure you can follow. Finally, a follow-up email template and quick note-taking tips.
Speaking of that, listen for tone, how we sound. Polite doesn't mean weak. Calm, steady voices help when emotions rise, and short pauses give space for questions.
Quick recap. Use an agenda, start with strengths, define progress and goals, and ask to clarify. If this is helpful, hit subscribe now and share with a friend who needs it.
Grab a tea, take a breath, and let's step into the room together. Role play is coming up next, and you're going to feel ready. Let's step into a parent-teacher meeting. I'll be Mr. Lee, the parent. Emily, you're Ms. Rivera, the teacher. We'll keep it real and calm.
Got it. We're sitting at a small table, a notebook between us. I start. Good afternoon, Mr. Lee. Thanks for coming. I'd like to share a short agenda, our plan for the meeting. First, progress, then behavior, then goals. Does that work for you?
Thanks, Ms. Rivera. That works. I'm a little nervous, to be honest. I just want to understand how Ethan is really doing.
Totally understandable. Let's start with strengths. Ethan participates in class and helps his table partner. In reading, he can explain main ideas better now, especially in short articles. For example, yesterday he read a science text and said, "The big idea is how plants store water." That shows progress, steady improvement over time.
That's good to hear. I heard the term guided reading last month. What does that mean for Ethan?
Guided reading is small group time. I sit with 4 students, give them a text a little above their level, and coach them. With Ethan, I prompt him to slow down and find key words.
Okay. And about behavior. His last report said he's sometimes off task. What does off task look like in class?
It means he loses focus after about 10 minutes. He taps his pencil, looks around, or starts a side conversation. When I gently move closer, he refocuses. A quick stretch break also helps.
At home, he gets distracted by his phone during homework. We try to do it after dinner, but he drifts. Would a timer help, or should we change the routine?
A simple timer is great. Let's set a goal. 10 minutes of focused work, 2 minutes of break, then repeat twice. Another goal. Read aloud for 15 minutes, 5 days a week. A goal is a clear target we agree on.
I like that. How will we measure progress? I want to see if it's working.
Two ways. First, I'll use a quick checklist for attention during tasks. Second, I'll send a short weekly update, just 2 lines by email. Update means a brief report on recent changes.
What might one of those updates sound like?
Something like, this week, Ethan stayed focused during writing for 2 10-minute rounds. He asked for 1 break and returned on time. We can also schedule a follow-up in 4 weeks to review.
Great. Follow-up means we meet again and check our plan, right?
Exactly. We look at what worked, what didn't, and adjust. By the way, do tests worry him? I noticed he rushes when the room gets quiet.
Yes, tests make him anxious. His hands shake a little. Is there anything simple he can do?
Let's teach a 2-step strategy. That means a practical plan. First, before a quiz, 3 slow breaths. In, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3. Second, read the first question twice. It slows the mind.
Thank you. So, our next steps are the focus timer at home, reading aloud, your checklist in class, weekly updates, and a follow-up in 4 weeks. Did I miss anything?
That's the plan. If any concern comes up before then, email me and we'll adjust. Thanks for being here today.
Quick recap. We heard agenda, strengths, off-task, update, follow-up, and next steps. Notice the calm tone and short sentences. They make a tough talk easier.
And the structure kept us focused. Progress, behavior, goals. Keep those words in your ear as we move on to useful phrases in the next part.
Let's pull some gold from that role play. In real meetings, I keep a short list in my notes. When I need a polite start, I breathe, smile, and soften my request.
I usually open with something like, I was wondering if we could talk about homework load, or could we look at last week's reading? Last month I told a parent that, and the conversation stayed gentle.
Once, the teacher's schedule was packed. I asked, would it be possible to switch to Thursday afternoon? And added, thanks for considering it. Consider means think carefully before deciding. That tiny thanks changed the mood.
Speaking of softening, softeners are words like would, could, might, perhaps, a bit. They don't weaken you, they show respect. I often say, I might be wrong, but I noticed he rushes on tests.
For clarification, I like calm checks. Just to make sure I understand, he loses focus after 10 minutes, right? Or, when you say guided reading, is it small group time? Clarify simply means make something clear.
Another tool is mirroring. So, if I'm hearing you right, the main issue is stamina. Off-task just means not focused on the task. Naming it without blame helps everyone find the next step faster.
Now, diplomatic disagreement. During one meeting, I said, I see your point about extra worksheets. I might be mistaken, but I'm not sure more pages will help. How about we try shorter tasks for 2 weeks?
That's the yes and move. I agree he needs practice, and I wonder if targeted 10-minute chunks would be more effective. Meet in the middle means we both adjust a little to reach a shared plan.
Mini recap. Start politely, check understanding, disagree softly, propose a next step with a time frame. Those 4 moves keep a meeting calm and productive, even when emotions rise.
Tone matters too. I keep my voice steady and pause after key points. I'll add a collaborative question. Could we look at his notebook together? Collaboration means working as a team.
Time boundaries can also be polite. Do you have 2 minutes for one last question? Then close warmly. I appreciate your time. Appreciate means value something and feel thankful for it.
Quick wrap-up. Polite openers, clear checks, soft disagreements, and a practical suggestion at the end. Keep your words short, your tone steady, and your goal clear. Next, we'll connect these phrases to progress, behavior, and goals.
Let's connect phrases to structure. When I talk about progress, I use a simple frame: timeline, evidence, comparison, and next step. It keeps the conversation grounded and calm.
Same here. I might say, over the last 4 weeks, his reading speed improved from 1 page in 5 minutes to 1 page in 4. Compared to September, that's steadier. Trend just means the direction of change over time.
And I'll add a next step. Let's keep nightly reading for 15 minutes and check again in 2 weeks. Consistent means done the same way regularly, like brushing teeth every night.
Speaking of behavior, a helpful structure is context, behavior, impact, support. For example, during group work, he talks over others. It slows the team. I'll assign roles and give a 2-minute focus prompt.
That reminds me of a meeting where afternoons were tough. After lunch, his energy dipped, and he went off task. That just means not focused on the main activity. A seat change near the front and a quick stretch fixed half the problem.
Language matters. I avoid blame and use neutral verbs. I noticed. I observed. It seems. I told a parent, I noticed he checks his phone at the table, which delays homework by 10 minutes. Specific details invite problem solving.
For goals, I like clear pieces: by when, who, will do what, how often, measured by what. Example: by May 15th, Ethan will complete 2 10-minute writing blocks 4 days a week, measured by a simple checklist.
I also include home support. We'll create a quiet corner, set a timer, and keep the phone in the kitchen. Routine means a regular pattern that lowers stress because it's predictable.
Let's dig a little deeper into check-ins. I like to say, we'll review on the first Friday of next month and adjust if needed. Adjust means change something slightly so it works better.
Funny you say that. Last week, I gently disagreed with more worksheets. I said, I hear you, and I'm worried he'll burn out. Could we try shorter tasks first? Burnout means get too tired to learn well.
Tone helps the plan land. I keep sentences short and pause after key numbers. Then I ask, does that feel realistic? Realistic means possible in daily life, not just on paper.
Quick recap. Progress uses timeline, evidence, comparison, next step. Behavior uses context, behavior, impact, support. Goals include time, action, frequency, and measurement.
One more word: benchmark. It means a clear point to check against, like read 120 words in 1 minute by June. Benchmarks keep everyone honest and focused.
I once brought a tiny progress chart to a meeting, just boxes and dates. The parent exhaled and said, finally, I can see it. Visuals reduce anxiety because they turn feelings into facts.
If you're the parent, capture 1 sentence per category in your notes: progress, behavior, goals. It keeps your questions tight and your follow-up easy.
And if you're the teacher, pick 1 win to start with, 1 challenge to target, and 1 step to try this week. Simple plans are more likely to happen.
Coming up next, we'll show how to take quick notes and write a clear follow-up email that confirms the plan without extra stress. Let's get practical with follow-up skills. During a meeting, I keep tiny notes so I don't lose details. My simple template has 5 boxes: progress, behavior, goals, who does what, and by when.
I used to write long sentences and then miss the key points. Now I write short lines with a keyword and a number. Summary just means a short, clear review. Numbers make it real and easy to remember.
I also use quick symbols, a checkbox for tasks, an arrow for next steps, and initials for people. For example, ER, timer 10-2 cycles. ZL, read aloud 15 minutes by 5. Review, April 5. Review is the check date.
Speaking of that, I'll pause politely to capture a detail. Give me a second to note that. Then I write exact numbers, dates, and any tool like countdown timer or reading log. Clear notes reduce stress later.
Quick recap so far. Use a simple template, write short lines, add numbers and dates, and mark who is responsible. Responsibility is the person who agrees to act on the task.
Now, the summary email. After the meeting, I send a short message the same day. It thanks the teacher, lists next steps, and asks for confirmation. Confirm means check the details and say they're correct.
Here's one I sent last month, right after a conference. Subject line, Summary of Ethan Meeting, March 12th. I wrote, Thanks for today. My notes say, 1. Timer 10-2 cycles. 2. Read aloud 15 minutes by 5. 3. Checklist in class. 4. Follow-up April 5. Please let me know if I missed anything.
Tone matters. I keep it friendly and brief. No new topics inside the email. If there's a tool, I add it as a photo. Attach means add a file or image so the other person can see it.
Timing helps too. Sending within 24 hours keeps momentum. I sometimes add a line like, I'll update you next Friday by 3 p.m. A deadline is a time limit that helps people act.
I once forgot the date in my email. The teacher replied kindly with the correct Friday. No drama, because the message was short and clear. Simple keeps everyone calm.
For note-taking, I like a 3-2-1 line at the end. 3 facts we agreed on, 2 concerns, 1 next step. Template means a reusable format. You fill it each time without starting from zero.
Mini recap. Capture numbers, names, and dates. Send a short thank you. List next steps. Ask to confirm. And set a follow-up date. Up next, we'll close with final advice to keep meetings calm and productive.
Before we wrap up, here's the heart of it. In a meeting, you're a team. Parent, teacher, child. Breathe. Share an agenda. Start with strengths, and keep sentences short. Clear beats clever every time.
Speaking of clear, tone is the quiet hero. Last month, I sent a 2-line follow-up email, and the whole week felt smoother. Tone means how your words sound, warm, rushed, or calm.
When you disagree, stay curious. I say, I see your point, and I'm worried about burnout. Could we try a 2-week trial? Trial here means a short test, not forever.
Keep notes simple. 3 facts, 2 concerns, 1 next step. I jot initials and numbers, no paragraphs. A tiny template saves time and makes decisions easier to remember.
Quick recap of useful structures. For progress, timeline, evidence, comparison, next step. For behavior, context, behavior, impact, support. For goals, by when, who, what, how often, measured by a benchmark, a clear target to check against.
If things slip, adjust. Don't abandon the plan. I had a week where homework fell apart, so we moved reading to mornings. Small shift, big result. Flexible still means consistent over time.
Build follow-up into your calendar. I set a reminder the same day as the meeting. A gentle nudge, just a small reminder, keeps everyone moving without pressure.
Care for the child's body, too. Snack, water, movement, and sleep. When a kid is regulated, calm enough to focus, conversations and tests both get easier.
If emotions rise, pause. Name the goal again, return to the plan, and use numbers, minutes, dates, checklists. Facts lower the temperature.
If this episode helped, share it with a friend and tap subscribe. Your small support reaches more families who need simple language for big moments.
Thanks for being here today. Keep your words kind, your plans small, and your follow-up steady. We'll see you next time.